Hey EMbers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to part 52 of my Harvest Moon Back to Nature slow playthrough. So we are starting on day 7 of summer year 2. And as always, we're going to be doing 3 days, so the 7th, the 8th and the 9th. So we're checking the weather tomorrow. It is bright and sunny as always. Luckily we haven't been hit with a summer hurricane yet. And it is actually the chicken festival today. So hopefully we get 2 golden eggs by tomorrow, which would be quite nice. Chicken sumo, I've never heard of it. I hope it's not a real thing, but it probably is. So with that, we are going to get potpourri of flour from the cabinet. And if you can hear any background noise, that is, as always, my bunny rabbit in the background there. She's having a drink at the moment. So with that, let's head out. We've got some chores to do before the chicken festival. So let's head into the barn and look after our barnyard animals. So we currently have 4, which is 2 cows and 2 sheep. We can only get milk from one of the cows at the moment though, the other one hasn't grown just yet. And unfortunately, Moo is in the way, so we do need to push him out of the way a little bit. Or her, sorry. Obviously, all of our farmyard animals are female. Minus the horse, which is male. Well, the horse and the dog are male, but the sheep, the cows, and the chickens are, of course, female. We also need to go back to the blacksmith at one point soon because we are getting the yarn maker made. So let's go ahead and feed everybody. And we are going to ship the cheese for now. In an upcoming episode, we do sort out the fridge. So you'll see that. So next we're going to head into the hothouse. And there's going to be a speed up here, just watering everything because nothing has grown in yet. Again, we have pineapple, strawberry and a moondrop seed in there. So normally we would go for the chickens now, but we are going to skip them for the moment. And we're going to go ahead and collect the wild crops. And of course, we don't need an egg for the Harvest Goddess today because it is a festival day. So there's going to be another little speed up here while I help the Harvest Sprites water. And we haven't done all the watering, but hopefully they'll do the rest. So let's head into the chicken coop. And of course another speed up here while we take care of the chickens. And we are looking for Bon, I believe. Bon the chicken. That's who will be coming with us to the chicken festival. Yes, Bon. So now we just have to go around picking up all the chickens until we find Bon. And there she is. So with that, let's take her out, and off to the chicken festival we go. Now, as always with the festivals, I am going to keep the talking to a minimum. I just like you to enjoy the festivals as they're intended to be enjoyed, so that's why I don't tend to talk too much. So what I'm going to do is stay quiet now, and I will meet back up with you once the festival is over. Fingers crossed we win. And with that, the festival is over and Bon did indeed win. Now, you'll note one of the dialogues, the mayor said you should enter Bon again next year. Actually, you shouldn't. You should enter a new chicken every year. Entering the same chicken is a little bit pointless because the aim is, of course, to get all of the golden eggs. And if you enter a chicken that can already produce a golden egg, it's a little bit pointless. So actually disregard the mayor's advice there. Do not take the same chicken every year. But with that, we should get a lovely golden egg tomorrow. So we now have 2 golden eggs in our chicken coop. So let's go ahead and check if the sprites have watered everything. And it looks like they have. Lovely stuff. So we're going to do a little bit of a speed up here while we cut some of the grass. And again, I hope you enjoyed watching the festival. We do also need to say hello to the horse as well. The festivals are definitely one of my favourite parts of the game. And here's Binky. So we've said hello to him now. So I don't think we'll get all this grass done at all. And we're really trying hard not to hit Binky as well. No, so it looks like that's it. So we've done all the grass that we can do. That doesn't sound right. So with that, it's 10:30. I think we are probably going to head into the house and end off day 7. So again, I hope you enjoyed the festival. They're definitely my favourite parts of this game. So what's on telly? Oh, it's the delicious hour. Let's see what they're making. What are we making today? Today's dish is rice omelette. Weird spelling of omelette again. And I don't think I've ever had a rice omelette in my life, you know. Interesting. Oh, I mean, I wouldn't say no to it. I just don't think I've ever had it. Might have to try making a rice omelette. Let me know in the comments. You ever had a rice omelette? I don't think I have. I've had a potato omelette, but I don't think I've had a rice one. Anyway, let's move on to day 8, again of summer year 2. And let's see what today has in store for us. Of course, with such a loving husband, we're going to give Potpourri a flower as well. Could you imagine if our partners give us a flower every single day, eh? Nice and sunny tomorrow again, which is absolutely lovely. We really don't want a hurricane because of the hothouse, so hopefully this good luck continues. Part of the good luck, of course, as I've mentioned before, is of course because we're giving an egg to the harvest goddess every day that we can. which does decrease your chances of a storm and bad weather. So I did put the news on as well, and you'll see that our next festival is the Tomato Festival on the 12th. A festival I have not successfully managed to win yet in all my years of playing. However, I had very good luck with opening day, so let's see what happens with the Tomato Festival. So straight into the barn, say hello to everybody, take care of them. And again, once this barn is more populated, I will be speeding this part up as well, just like I do with the chicken coop. But we have a long way to go for this barn. I've not really been paying attention to it too much, have I? But now that all the upgrades and everything are done, the only things we really do need to buy are cows and sheep. I will also at one point probably show you the pregnancy mechanic as well for cows and sheep. It's not advisable if you are playing this game sort of in your spare time without having to, do playthroughs of it. It's better to just buy the cows and the sheep outright because of how long the pregnancies take, and of course then they are babies and blah blah blah. So you'll see as we get there. I will do it for the purposes of this playthrough because, as I've mentioned many times, I want this to be as close to 100% as possible. There's going to be another speed up here while we water these. Again, nothing has grown in. So I will show the pregnancy mechanic for the purposes of this playthrough, but if you were playing this on your own, I probably wouldn't bother. I think I'd just buy them outright. So into the chicken coop we go, and with any luck, there should be 2 golden eggs. Yes, there are. Lovely stuff. So you will have noticed that you end up with 10 chickens, of course. So it would take you 10 in-game years to have every single egg be a golden egg. That is not something I've ever done. In a previous personal playthrough on my PlayStation 3 a number of years ago, I am on year 6, and I think year 6 is the furthest I've chosen to go on my own. Of course, we'll only be playing till the end of year 3 for this playthrough. The end of year 3 really is the only sort of necessary play, I suppose you would say, although there is a random event in year 4 that I've never managed to see. We'll see what happens with that when we get there. I think I've spoke about that a little bit. But yeah, on a personal playthrough, I got all the way up to year 6, and that is the highest I've ever gone. Of course, if you look at the cows and sheep, if you want all of those to win the festivals as well, that would take you 20 in-game years. So someone has to be really dedicated to getting everybody to a golden level, I suppose. Don't worry, we will not be here for 20 in-game years. It would actually take us a little bit longer because we've been not neglecting the cows and sheep, but we weren't buying them as quickly as we perhaps could have done. So it would take us around 22 in-game years, I think, if I've worked that out right, if we were to buy them all this year. I don't think we'll be here for 22 in-game years. You don't have to worry about that. But that is certainly dedication. I imagine if someone has a full farm of golden animals, they have used the exchange animals feature, which we won't be showing off in this playthrough. I know I wanted to show you literally everything, but I can't get rid of my animals. That's just me. And of course you can kill your animals as well, and I will not be showing you that in this playthrough if I can help it. So when I say as close to 100%, we shall not be seeing the animals die. So we're heading out of the farm. Of course, our yarn maker isn't quite ready yet. I don't think it's ready until tomorrow. So I assume we are heading to the shop. Anyway, what I was saying about golden animals was quite rambly, wasn't it? But I hope you understand what I meant. This is just a random reminder as well, in case you watch other things on my channel, that the game Astrobot has released new bonus levels recently, and we are going through those every Thursday. So you'll probably see those before you see this video, seeing as these come out on a Saturday, if you are interested in them. But it's just a reminder that if you are interested in the game Astrobot, then I am doing those videos as well. And while we're on the topic of Talking about my other videos, I do also have 2 ongoing playthroughs here on this channel that are not Harvest Moon, which is Lake and The Sims 4, my Master Chocolatier playthrough. We just bought 5 onion seeds there. So if you would like to check those out, feel free to. They are both about to end, and then we'll be moving on to another game. Obviously I'm not going to tell you what the other game is yet, but it's just a little reminder that maybe you're just here for Animal Crossing, and Animal Crossing? Absolutely not. Maybe you're just here for Harvest Moon, and that's absolutely fine if you are, but it's just a reminder that there are other playthroughs on this channel if you would like to watch those as well. But no worries, I think there's a few of you that just like the Harvest Moon videos, which is absolutely fine by me because I adore this game, as I've said. I don't know why my brain mixed up Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing then. I think it's because I'm looking at my Animal Crossing Lego. I'd love to do more Animal Crossing videos on this channel as well, but I don't know how well they'd perform. Not that this performs particularly well, to be fair, but I just enjoy it. I just love this game. I always have. So we came in here to try and buy the bell. Unfortunately, we don't have enough space, but we are going to buy another sheep. Yay! And don't ask me why. The first name that popped into my head was Jenny. So we have Jenny the sheep. I have no idea what associations I have with that, but Jenny just happened to be the first name that popped into my head. So welcome Jenny the sheep to the family. And as I say, we don't actually need to buy the bell, but I'm going to buy it just so I've bought everything that I can possibly buy in the game. Or almost, in any event. So we need to go home and see our new sheep. In all my rambling, I nearly missed us buying a sheep. So we now have 5 animals, 3 sheep and 2 cows. So we're getting there, 15 left to go. And of course, please let me know if you have any name suggestions in the comments box below for the cows or the sheep. I will absolutely take your suggestions on board. I have 15 left to go, so it's going to be harder and harder to think of names. So please, if you have any name suggestions, I would love to hear them. Because my names are not very inventive, as you've seen. We have Moo, Patches, we have Barbara, we have Jenny now. Here's our new sheep, Jenny. And we have, I think, Fluffy is our other sheep. So they're not very inventive names, those, are they? So if you do have any name suggestions, please let me know in the comments box below and I will bear them in mind. But we're officially a quarter of the way there, so that's quite fun. Okay, what we're going to do next? Looks like we've watered everything. So we're just doing a bit of weeding. And I think we're going to try and cut some more grass. So there will, of course, be another speed up here. Oh, we'll say hello to the horse as well. We're not seeing him today. We have not. So it looks like we're just going for a little bit of a ride on the horse. We are trying to get his secret stamina bar up for the horse race, of course. We've not done terribly well with the horse race or the dog race. And on a side note, I seem to have lost my dog ball, so I'm hoping that turns up at one point. But we are trying to get their stamina bars up, of course, to hopefully win the race at least once. So with that, let's head into the house. What are we going to do? I thought we were going to mow some grass, cut some grass, shear some grass, whatever you want to say. But it looks like we're not. It looks like we're off straight to bed. All right, fair enough. Oh no, we've got the song hour. Right, what is it? Today's guest is Samurai Boy, the Natto song. Oh, we've had the Natto song before. Still don't know what Natto is. I need to Google it. Obviously, I am from the UK, and every time I see the word Natto, I just think of Netto's. You know, the old supermarket. I don't even think Netto's still exists. Does anyone else know about Netto's? I don't even think it exists still. But every time I see Natto, I just think Netto's. I don't know what that was all about. Anyway, we're moving on to our final day of this episode, which is the 9th of summer, of course, again, year 2. I keep saying that in case someone's popping in and out and they don't know what we're doing. I mean, I barely know what I'm doing, so good luck to them. We're going into the toolbox. And I've popped the fishing rod away there. So so we can grab the bell. We don't need the bell again. The bell is more if you've got animals outdoors, but we're grabbing it anyway so we can say we've bought all the tools. So another nice and sunny day tomorrow. Lovely stuff. See, Farmer Fran, she tries to get in where she can, doesn't she? But absolutely not. We're done with you, Fran. And our onions have grown, which is fantastic stuff. So we have our first summer produce, and it's took till day 9. I believe this is our first produce. Nothing has grown in the hothouse yet, unfortunately. Is it actually? Is this the first crops we've had growing in the summer? It's took till day 9, goodness me. So we are nipping back into the house because we do, of course, need the onion seeds. We're just going to check the fridge to see if we need to keep any onions. But again, sort of disregard everything that happens with the fridge because we are going to be doing a big clear out of the fridge soon. Ideally, I only want to keep what is needed for recipes, and we're getting very down to the wire with our recipes now. So anything that's not needed for a recipe basically will be shipped and sold. Obviously, you can't sell the actual recipes that you make, the cooking, but you can sell the ingredients. So that's what we'll be doing in a future episode. I think the next episode, actually, will be the big fridge clear out. So for now, let's take this onion and put it in the fridge, but I don't know if we actually need it. Again, I had a big list on my phone of all of the recipes, what we've already cooked, what we still need to cook, and what ingredients we needed for those. So yes, there was a big clear out. Or will be a big clear out for you guys anyway, and I think that is the next episode. Which means we'll get a fair amount of money as well. So I'm just checking if anything else has grown in, and I don't think it has, just those onions. We did, of course, plant them earlier than the rest, so that's why they've grown first. So let's go ahead and look after the chickens. And again, of course, this part is sped up. Would be nice to have all the eggs be golden, wouldn't it? But it's not going to happen. The most we'll get in this playthrough is, of course, 3. Out we go. I'm going to go gather the wild crops and give an egg to the harvest goddess, of course. And I don't think we've seen the sheep and cows yet, so we do still have to do that. We also need to grab the yarn maker as well, so hopefully I don't forget to do that. And while we're here, we just decide to pick up a random squirrel and show it to Anne. And she says it's cute. Squirrels are cute, they're lovely. I love squirrels. It's a very, very windy day here today as I am recording. So if you can hear any background noise, that would be A, the bunny rabbit, or B, the wind outside. Our good old British weather isn't getting any better just yet, is it? It's absolutely freezing. I'm actually wrapped in a blanket as I'm doing this voiceover. So back to the toolbox. I feel like we've been in and out of this blooming toolbox so much. So let's go ahead and pop the onion seeds back in because we don't need them yet. And we're going to pop the shears in as well because we are going to go and grab the bell, even though, again, we don't need it. But I'm very good at spending money I don't need to spend. Are we talking about the game or real life? So unfortunately, the blacksmith is closed on a Thursday, but because we already sort of commissioned the yarn maker, as it were, I'm hoping that they'll still give it us. I know we can't get any work done on a Thursday, so let's have a speak to Saibara, and yes, he has finished the yarn ball maker, so we will be getting it today. Wonderful stuff. And again, just to reiterate, we now officially have all 3 makers, which is the mayonnaise maker in the chicken coop, and then the cheese maker and the yarn ball maker in the barn. We officially have all 3. Fantastic stuff. And now we're just going to go ahead and buy the bell. Now, I wish I could show you the functionality of the bell, but it is mainly an outdoor thing. Basically, if your cows and sheep are all over the farm and you want to perhaps get them in the barn or get them in a specific place, you ring the bell and they all come to you. But it's not really necessary if you're keeping them all in the barn. It might be a more efficient way of brushing them and getting the produce, for example, but it's all right. I don't think we need it. So with that, I think we're going to probably head back to the farm. It's quite a short, uneventful episode, this, isn't it? I mean, we did have the chicken festival, but it seemed quite quiet. There's been no birthdays, just the chicken festival, and we did buy a new sheep. But overall, it's quite an uneventful episode, really. Which is good. The slow episodes are still good. It's one of those games where, as you've seen, there isn't something going on every day, so the slower stuff's always quite a nice change of pace. So we're just doing some messing about, putting stuff where it needs to be. Speaking of tools, do you know, we haven't gone fishing or mining in a long time. I think we might need to soon. So let's take care of everybody in here. And we'll see our new yarn maker as well, of course. Mooey's in the way again of one of the other sheep. Bless her, she just likes to be involved. And here's Fluffy. And Barbara. Patches hasn't grown up just yet. It does take quite a while. There's the yarn ball maker. And there's Jenny. I don't think the difference between the baby sheep is as noticeable as the difference between the baby cows, to be fair. Now off we go, and there's going to be a big speed up here while we help the harvest sprites water, as always. And then I'm not sure what we're doing for the rest of the episode, to be fair. We've got a big speed up here. And with that, everything is watered. We are going to go ahead and cut some of the grass. Again, we probably won't get it all done, but we'll get a good chunk done. Trying not to hit anybody as I do this, but they've all decided to come and lie on the grass, which is fine. And with that, our little man's getting quite tired. Again, I could be utilising the hot spring, but it's not really that important if we get the grass cut or not. So instead, looks like we're heading to bed. So let's see what's on the telly. But I feel it's been quite a short and sweet episode, really. What we got? We've got, oh no, we've got the sports. What is it now? Sports battle, rugby versus soccer. I mean, you can't really compare the two, can you? Never mind. Yeah, I mean, I think he's saying the same as me, isn't he? And we, of course, don't say soccer, we say football. But in any event, I think that's probably the end of the episode. So thank you very much for watching. As always, it means the absolute world to me. It really does. So I'll see you next week. But until then, bye, Embers.